Ladies and gentlemen, hello. As you can tell, this is not Chaka. We have a new guest with us today. The newer caster turned. We have Janet with us. Janet, how are you today?
Great, I'm doing great, and I'm really excited for some Rainbow Six Siege.
I know in the pre-show we're like just jumping, getting ready to get into the game. So we apologize for a very long wait. But without further ado, today the matchup at hand, it'd still be a 1 unfortunately, but we're working the same league. It will be BALLER Open League, where we have Outlast Black, the very familiar team, and the newer one, Glisten eSports. So we've seen a couple of interesting names. I know we recognize Dark, but he's not going to be playing today because he's a former member. So they'll be battling it out on Chalet. Any thoughts, Janet?
No, I'm super excited. I believe Glisten is starting out on attack, and Outlast is on defense.
I think it's the opposite.
Yeah, no. Oh, it's opposite? Oh.
If I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right. You're right. I was reading the overtime. It's the other way around. We're gonna be defense for Outlast and attack for Glisten. I'm excited.
I have nothing better to say than that's an adorable plushie. You know, there's just like we've never had 3 people on the desk before here, and it's just absolutely adorable to have the third person.
Yes.
I don't know. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's a 3-person cast. IQ is here to support.
She's hosting.
Yes, exactly. And I'm super excited for some Rainbow Six Siege tonight.
Yeah, and you know, let's get into it. So, without further ado, while we wait for our game to get underway, taking a look at the standings, we do have some very interesting standings. So, Pack Runners, if I'm not mistaken, 2 days ago climbed the top of the Swiss bracket. If you guys don't know how Swiss works, in this specific case, it is 8 rounds of Swiss, and then the top 8 qualify to the playoffs. Pack Runners right now, front runners with 4 games played and 0 losses. Outlast Black and Glisten were both tied for first before that, but they both went down to second and third place, with Outlast Black mounting second due to their round differential. As you can tell here, this is going to be a very good game because both teams are very high up. So, Janet, with that being said, I only have one question. Who do you think takes this?
I mean, based on the standings, it looks like Outlast might win this game, but you know, I'm just here for a good game, and it'll be on Chalet, and I'm super excited.
I am I'm jumping, you know, I'm ready to get this on the road.
The standing cast is gonna happen.
Oh yeah, no, I'll be sitting on the chair, just get the best of both worlds at this point.
Lovely.
Yeah, but this should be a great day. But wow, we're already in faster than I expected. First ban on the board.
Right, first ban's out.
I mean, Castle and Flores, I mean, direct counters to each other. Flores, amazing when it comes to getting this utility down, when it's coming to clearing things like piano. I was going to say the Azami, but it looks like Outlast Black don't want to deal with this at all. And these operators, who are very crucial to the mid floor and the uppermost floors, are going to be taken off very early.
Yeah, and the Blackbeard off the board, I want to see how they're going to be able to entry. And it looks like they're going to be playing the Monty instead. And we will be starting on Bar Gaming for first sight.
That is honestly something that I am relieved to see. I mean, more recently, I've been feeling like when we watch Siege, we see a lot of teams start to prefer going to the uppermost floor and then start working the mid floors, when the tradition in PC, regardless of league, is usually abuse the mid floors, bring the operators that are needed, such as Castle, Mira, Wamai, and then from there build up on it. But it looks like Glisten isn't going to have the pleasure of being able to bring the Azami in the castle, so they're going to only have to rely on Mira. But being able to keep Blue held down, and Ivy is genuinely the main idea here. So keeping that upstairs place held down, keeping Library shut out, and wasting that time off of Outlast Black should be the main idea here, and I'm excited to see how they're going to approach it.
Yeah, exactly. Outlast has, you know, switched out their whole entire comp after some pre-game droning. I like that. And I want to see a set play from them. It looks like they're probably going to go Library, maybe figure out if there's someone in Dark, get the Capital in there, and kind of work this Library side.
All about just, you know, taking the time, get things done here, because you don't really want to suffer first blood as the attackers, because upstairs is insanely important to dissect and then from there work the verticality, but it doesn't really look like Outlast Black are going to be bringing anything to heavily address it. There's no soft breaches in anyone's pocket except for the ace, which means you're going to have to rely on him to hard breach and then from there be able to work the verticality all in the same round when you guys have Ram, you have Buck and Sledge, and you've just decided not to bring a single soft breacher.
Yeah, and the double heart breach, we open up Snow 2 ways, but
Yeah,
maybe we're trying to open the stock wall for potentially a bar side block off. Yeah, it looks like the ace charge is going off on the stock wall. That's pretty basic. You want to open up and clear out that stock player. You're going to be putting that mirror on there, so it's going to be a really, really good spot for Mira, but she has to be worried about it. And it looks like the Wamai is going to be helping out that Snow walk up potentially. Ooh, a little lineup.
Oof.
Oh,
would have been disgusting,
catches no
but I mean,
one.
yeah, one person's on the rappel, the other one is rotating over to the singular library window, so unfortunately, C4 is going to be burned. That is the only one amongst all of the Glisten defenders here, and with just a minute 15 left on the clock, it's beautiful time wasting here from Glisten, but they're losing the overall control of the map. You saw those players take the basement. There's also the angles being held here. All they need is that one gap to find, one gap to hit. If one Glisten player gets carried away and walks down blue without checking the corners, they're going to get destroyed by Gugger watching that flank. He is ready, and he is wanting to get his hands dirty.
Oh yeah, 50 seconds and not a single kill on the board. I'm excited to see which first blood goes to which side. Opening up the slant wall, we're gonna try to flesh out this Mez player. Ooh, almost catches him out.
Just 30 seconds left on the clock. First Capital bolt is going to go down. There's another one as a reserve, and he will utilize that as well. But are they aware that Zyro's sitting in this corner? Slant window gets fried here. Zyro's going nuclear. He finds the second. Can he find the third? Nash shuts him out here. With 20 seconds left, 2 bodies dropped here for Outlast. Crucial players to that post-plant scenario. They were also working that verticality. Brace falls next as he didn't check right under that window, and that's going to come back to bite him and his team. Gugger left, last standing, the first in the building, and the last to leave it, as Glisten open up with a bang.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I was surprised to see it. You know, it started sliding down as soon as like that first kill went off. It looked like there was not enough space taken by Glisten, and Outlast was just able to hold down their site. And that was it Zyro?
It was
Yeah, Zyro killing those people upstairs really allowed him to start playing with that space. Beautifully played. Gorgeous,
really was.
gorgeous.
And they go right onto the other mid-floor site. I mean,
yes.
I don't know why. It seems so surprising to me, just because usually in Tier 4, sometimes even in Tier 3, we see teams prefer that uppermost floor, and I hate it.
Right.
But I think just because they don't have Castle and they don't have a zombie, they physically can't go upstairs. Because with the amount of external play for Chalet on the bedroom, it's a disaster. When you go to basement as well, if you lose trench control or verticality, or both, you're not going to have a good time.
No, not a good time indeed. And we're setting up upstairs. Obviously, you want to play upstairs and make sure that the vert is going to be contested by the defense side. Ooh, little Mira watching a solar side. Perhaps that will be played. I'm curious to see what that's going to be used for. We'll be making our way over to solar side with the Grim.
Usually when you're addressing, you know, the side of the map, you just don't want to fall first. And with that mirror, to be able to watch in that west main side, whether somebody walks up or they go in for that breach, it's a two-way angle, one short, one long. But the thing that kind of is a little bit problematic for this site is it's susceptible to verticality from both below and above. So these mirrors won't stand long if you guys are going up against the Buck here. And Nash is going to expose that thread. Now, for here, you guys need to be able to establish the vertical control and waste off the seconds like you did last round. Otherwise, Outlast taking control of your mirrors and verticality from both aspects is just going to be disastrous for the late stage round.
Yeah, I totally agree. I want to see this Grim kind of do some work for this solar side. I think there's someone right there on the stairs, but this drone is unable to catch him, but he knows he's there.
Just stacking those discs. He doesn't want any projectiles. And honestly, understood. You have so many Grims just ready to be tossed in here. Raven taking heavy damage to that wall. Is going to continue to get wall banged here somehow.
Oh my goodness.
But he is going to live to see the other day. Gugger will not. Blown up into another eternity. Raven grabbing Brazen. Now it's going to be, again, another pick-dominated round by Glisten. They're able to get their first picks on the board here. They're able to catch Outlast on their back foot, and that's going to become a problem because by the time they get their refrags, they're still going to be down a body. Ooh, what a shot.
Yeah, and they're now into Solar, working their way. They have a minute left, but there's still people upstairs.
One person.
Stuck in office. Do they know, though? Do they know?
No.
You know?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
He could go big
the fundamentals. Here. It's fundamentals. Clear the corners, then work the verticality. Now, it looks like Nash is looking towards it. Demented's new as well. Okay, beautiful. That is how you play Siege, ladies and gentlemen. You get the corners cleared out because for a team like Outlast Black, if you're competing for that first spot, you guys cannot give up those easy kills. And also, can't give up the easy rounds. So you guys need to perfect each and every attack here. With just 30 seconds left on the clock, they're looking to address the verticality and then eventually funnel in through Trophy, but they're going to have to do this fast. They didn't bring a Thermite, and they can't address the main breach as well, which means they're going to have to isolate their ones. Rio is unaware that his feet can be seen from the bathroom verticality here, and he'll be fried out, but Zyro is going to respond. Floorbangs Demented's down to half HP, but with the flashes raining on down, his location exposed. It's an easy flank watch. Nash, bottom trophy, takes care of Zyro, and now it's 1-0.
Beautiful. I love how they, even though they're down people, they still worked the upstairs. Grim got in. They kind of got the space that they needed. And even though, good point on like the Thermite, they're unable to get the wall, but isolating the ones and getting the last few kills resulted in a win for Outlast. Very first attack.
Thank God. I mean, we were literally just talking about round differential as well. Every round matters.
Yes.
I mean, where you guys think it doesn't matter? It does because, let's be realistic, both of these teams qualifies to playoffs unless they lose from here to the end of Swiss, which highly, I doubt it, but both of the teams are superpowers. But I mean, just keeping your round differential in check, it's not gonna severely impact your chances of going into playoffs, but it is gonna improve your seeding and your ability to shut teams out of knowing your strategies.
Yeah, and every little round matters in the end of the day. And it will be 1-1 for the scoreline for now. As we walk into round 3.
You know, I was talking to Gugs yesterday, it was. He sent me a clip on Chalet. He was playing against St. Clair, and I watched him walk in through main door with a pistol on ace, walk in through 45, put the plant down, and kill 4 people. It was genuinely the craziest clip ever. But
goodness.
Yeah, I don't even understand how something like that even happens in collegiate Siege. Well, I mean, I guess it's collegiate, but I mean, we haven't seen Outlast approach from main yet, which makes sense because one of your players plays Chalet, and with his team, he approaches from that main side. But still, you'd think the fundamentals and the fundamental plays are going to be viable here. But I kind of like how Outlast is playing. They're going for vertical. They're also clearing out verticality, and then from there, they hit the gap, which is usually either from bottom or top west main into Trophy. So with just 45 seconds left, they've already dealt damage to Rio, and they're looking to clear out Nomi.
Yeah, and I want to just point out that there's no bug this time. So those mirror windows might be a worry in late game. Another C4 lineup, perhaps?
I mean, it's the same guy. What?
Beautiful toss. You know what? I really like that. I really like that from Rio, and working that C4, maybe getting a pick. It is important. The I think it's the Grim with the diffuser. Oh no, it's not the Grim anymore. Or they're gonna make their way into Solar and fire it off. He has to leave.
I could just stay down here. The Grimbees, though, those are going to locate you. It's a horrible position, but you're going to send it anyways. The fire obstructs your view, so you're not going to be able to win that gunfight. Not against an ACOG, at least, as Nash claims first blood here. 90 seconds in. That's the first man to drop. Rio still looking to go for the lineup. Hello, there's no one working that. No one gets taken out. Goose goes down to 1 HP, eventually finished off by said man on big window. He was on the drone, finally coming into action off of the info. Beautiful shot by Accord to take care of Zyro. This is a coordinated attack. They've managed to clear out everybody, but the last objective is taking care of the Warden, who sits parked out here on the piano corner. As there's a 3-way flank being established, Raven is just being pinched out from every corner, takes care of Igor, gets the finish, but instantly refragged out. Raven goes down, and with just below a minute left, it's just Mr. Lineup Man in sight, looking to catch his person off that big window.
Yeah, and there's no more C4, no more lineups for Rio, and he goes down.
What a round, honestly. That was beautiful.
Truly.
We haven't seen
Truly.
like a cohesive round from the attackers where they get the roamers, they get the first 2 kills, and they build on top of the pace. From there, they were able to just get a quick and easy execute, and now we're having friendly chats about what went wrong in that round, and the banter I live for.
Exactly. And Warden, you know, he had a 1v3 up there, and it was really hard for him to win it. He does take down one before getting killed. And the round of bans, we will be seeing Capital and Mare off, and that makes sense. You know, the Capital like was blocking off a lot of the power positions where the Wamai was sitting and the Mirror was being able to hold the site down. Although they were able to figure out how to work around that Mirror, it's kind of better to just not have the Mirror, right? And then that's just less worry for them. And we'll be going second floor.
I mean,
and wait, you were watching today's streams, right? There was a Rudy bug where
oh yeah. Oh god.
you were taking damage.
Oh man. You know that also happened on the LAN build.
Yes.
When we were at
yes,
BALLER.
it's a LAN thing. Yeah, that's what I heard.
It is usually a LAN
BALLER
thing because it only happened at BALLER, yeah.
Right. So what I heard was someone from BALLER LAN complained about it, and then Ubisoft didn't listen. Is what I heard.
Yeah, no,
allegedly.
Listen. Yeah.
Allegedly. So
allegedly,
now
yeah,
the major Munich build is still the same, and
yep.
these games that are getting played out are having this pretty crucial Rudy bug, and it's affecting both, I believe, the defense and offense.
Yeah, it's whoever's in the range.
Right.
You don't have to walk through the door frame, but you will get picked off of the damage. So
which is a lot of damage that Renegade.
It's interesting how that glitch works though if it's not even in the same vicinity. But I'm happy it's only on LAN build because that means we don't have to endure it. We don't have to go through rehosts, but it is a little bit of an interesting bug. But
yeah. I just want to point out, we got the Valkyrie on Rio, a C4 in pocket. Maybe another lineup coming up, but we're already making our way up West Main. Monty is leading the charge. No one's behind him. Someone's on his window, but no physical bodies behind him. Just him taking the space in West Main.
The core is parked out bottom West Main, waiting to catch anybody who tries to flank this Monty. But I was going to say Nash watching outside of Solar was going to be an amazing shot to be able to try to get anybody who is playing Kitchen, but that's not going to work out. He gets fried. He loses his ones. Raven gets taken care of. Braze loses a good amount of HP here, so he's going to have to be careful, especially with this two-way cross being held. But with this wall being reinforced, it works in the favor of Outlast Black, actually. Yes, you can camp lower on Trophy and on the base, but you also allow the attackers to walk up and vault in through the windows unscathed here. Rio, stuck behind Dining, is fried out by Braze, and now it is just Nomi, and he's going to have to give up that positioning. You just can't give up your body in those types of conditions here. And Goose, forced to watch his vertical aspect, but I highly doubt he'll be able to find anything because of that man count. Outlast Black go up one body, and they look to address upstairs now.
Yeah, they're working their way up the stairs on Solar, and the Monty's still alive. This is really good for Outlast. He can block and make sure that there's no one in bathroom side. Gugs is gonna be on the bathroom bug and watching into sight. Nomi gets one. No trade.
Nomi's just going nuclear.
Oh my
Zyro takes care of Gugger. Oh my god! Nomi goes flying via frag grenade. Ikor now allowed to just walk in through Solar. No one's going to touch him. The default cam shot, no intel. Barely sees Zyro on Coffee Maker here. Able to swing and isolate the one here. Will win it. Now 1v1. Can you find your quad? No. Goose shuts you out at the last critical second. What a frag grenade that was. I wasn't expecting Mute to just come flying at my face.
Exactly. I mean, even if the frag didn't get him, he obviously had to run away because of the frag, but he was gonna get killed anyways. He was watching that. But yeah, it looked like it was in favor of Outlast. They figured out the bottom stair or the bottom floor, and when they were waking up Solar, like it looked like they knew where to go. There was someone in bathroom window and two on Solar, and you just open that Solar wall, go for a plant. It was pretty easy, but they had something to say about it.
I'm sorry, I can't get over that ragdoll. I wish I read
Yeah.
the fast enough. I wasn't paying attention. Oh my god, he
Yes.
went flying, which is ironic considering he wanted to use his own C4, but
Right.
It's an interesting round because we've seen so many dynamics, and I feel like the only time that we've seen Outlast Black show us their full potential is once, or it was the last time they addressed Kitchen. They've won both of their Kitchen rounds, and it's been beautiful on both sides, whether it's clearing the verticality or winning the gunfights and playing the time. It's been amazing, but once they go to either the uppermost floor or the bar site, we see them kind of struggle, whether it's trying to wait on slant. They're the ones who get swung. Whether it's cleaning out the utility, they're the ones to wait out the time and still make no progress. So I really hope to see them try something different here, because usually when you shake things up, you are able to catch the other team on their back heel, because Glisten's not going to change their game plan. It has been very textbook Siege from them so far.
Right, it's something different indeed. Guys is on that Ying, and that might be the thing that they need for that entry to happen. Dropping, Raven's gonna drop from that dark side. Doesn't want to deal with that at all, and understandably so. And this Brava is really, really good. I was gonna say you're able to get that default camp, but unable
Apparently
to.
not.
And there, it was their default camp, but it's okay.
Just quick scoping the on default cam.
Yes.
Very exciting to see how they're going to address slant, because it's been the same aggression from Gyro. It worked the first time, it's just not going to work this time around. Now, Goose, seeing his teammate fall, there's no Azami to watch Mez, and you were using your Clash Shield as a deployable to be able to watch that Mez area, you're going to be forced to get off of it. With that pressure being established, you guys know how Outlast likes to play. They like to work their way out from the bottom up, and then from there, clamp you guys up from the top floor as well, like a little sandwich. Demented's finding his body on Tanomi as well is going to allow them to go for the sandwich play here. Now, Raven, learning from the first round on how they wanted to play this, is going to try to find a kill from that bottom floor. But still, you guys are down 2 bodies, and now make that 3. Site is completely exposed. There are gaps being opened up everywhere, and while we wait for Raven to go all the way around blue, we're going to have to see him get much more aggressive on the area while he's being pinged out by the Grimbies, just because of the amount of pressure being established onto him. You stay in the basement, but yes, you're wasting out the time, but for Outlast Black, this is just their go mode. Raven still staying in the basement here. Braze taking damage to the smoke grenades, but he's going to continue to just stick the plant because, again, everyone's watching the cross, and this can be a very, very one-sided round. I don't like to say a word impossible, but 5v1, plant down, Outlast Black, take the round.
Yeah, it looks pretty tough, and it looks like Raven is going to be doing a little timeout for the team. Maybe they're talking out how they can take this
Or maybe
Outlast
he's KD baiting.
attack.
Never know.
Ooh. I think it's either or maybe both at the same time, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be playing very disciplined. Nash is going to try to find, with the shotgun in the long haul, it's not going to work out for him, but maybe he wants it, and he gets it. That's a flawless
Nash.
for Outlast.
As I like to say, it's Nash. What's new, Scooby-Doo? He's either dropping double digits or he's dropping a donut on your head, but all I know is that man is talented. That man is talented. That man is talented. But, I mean, we knew this was going to be a great game. I remember it was Chaka and I last week to say we were excited for the Banana Bread Girls, which, again, beautiful logo, beautiful name. It's so funny. Versus, who were they playing? Triple B's. No. They were playing somebody, but they were very close on the standings, and we were talking about how close the game is going to be, and we're excited to see a border game that might potentially go overtime. The game ended up 7-2, and we were done streaming 40 minutes.
Oh, what?
That hurt us. So seeing the standings be very close today, and the game actually going further than 7-2, which I hope, I mean, that can still happen, it's just great to see, because both of these teams are really playing it out here. I mean, the side is usually preferred by whoever gets more rounds in the defensive, but as of now, I feel like Outlast Black has been doing a great job to restrict all of Glisten's ability to grab the operators they need for a beautiful defensive site. I mean, they've been working with what they have so far. They get their ones, they establish site, and they hold Outlast Black out, but still, the fact that this game is this close, a 3-3 split, I feel like is inevitable, and it makes the game all the more exciting.
Yeah, I really like to listen neck to neck. Round after round, going to either side of the teams. And we are going to be another Outlast attack. We'll see if they, do a, classic Outlast take, take it horizontal first and then working their way upstairs. Last time it didn't really work out for them. They Um, looks like no hard breach this time. Instead, they're droning out the upstairs.
I mean, it has been
Nice
very
little
intriguing.
sense.
Oh yeah, could be using it for the future if they try to execute onto trophy and just use it
Yes.
to hide. But it's interesting because Gugger does usually play a hard breach role. Maybe that's just for
Right.
Waterloo for his collegiate team, but it's still concerning when you guys don't have a single hard breacher and there's a breach to be opened. There's no can openers,
Right.
and Rio, for like the 30th time, is going for a lineup. This man loves C4. I mean, I
Yeah.
applaud it. He's consistent with it. There you go,
Exactly.
Gugs.
And the little drone was watching it, you know, probably expecting another C4 to come out. Probably won't work out for him again. But I want to see a C4 kill from Rio. I want to see that lineup work.
I've seen it so many times. I actually hope it happens because of the amount of. Oh my God!
He switched.
He switches the angles. This man is passionate, and I love it. I need to see it pay off here. Well, I mean, in the meantime, Nomi's Grim Bees are going to be pinging him. Nice left and center. He's not going to move. The Toxic Babes is going to force the core off of it until they subside. But again, Smoke having 0 Toxic Babes with more than a minute left in play is essential to outlast Black's execute here. And Demented's taking care of the Smoke himself makes this even better for this play. Nash full sends the vault in with that clasp onto Bathroom. You're able to try to take care of that man on piano, but Nomi knows better. He'll watch the cross of his teammate while being live pinged by those Grimbees, and Gugger being upstairs as well means he can try to isolate. That DMR, don't mistake it, it will take your head off if you allow that first shot to go against you, and that's exactly what will happen. Gugger falls next to be Braze, and yet again, another Outlast Black destroyed round. They try to have a lined up execute. They try to have something cohesive here, but it's dissected by one man going crazy in a corner, whether it's with a DMR or a C4 or a freaking Wamai disc. He's going crazy with it. 30 seconds left. Demented is left outside the building, no case in hand, and absolutely nothing to do except for keep his head low.
Yeah, that was a shutout by Glisten. It looked like Outlast didn't know how to approach the problems. They kind of just walked in without any util. They lost the fights. And maybe he gets one here. One goes down. Looking for another. He sees him, but there's just too many angles to watch.
I would have used that as a pseudo timeout. I would have used it.
Yeah.
I would have taken a page out of Glisten's book here, but you know, I hate to say I told you so,
Right.
but I told you so. 3-3 split
I
is exactly what we could have expected because both teams are really challenging each other, whether it's getting your utility into the building or just straight up winning your ones. Because for Glisten, they have more of the mentality of, oh, hey, our smokes aren't working, our denial isn't working, so we're going to swing you and deprive you guys of your utility by taking your head off of your shoulders. And so far, that's been working. I mean, sometimes we see Outlast Black just create their own snowball effect, win 1 gunfight, 2 gunfights, and 3 gunfights, and then eventually find their way into the site. But when that snowball effect doesn't happen, they struggle to find their individual ones, and then that contributes to the overall loss of the round.
Yeah, I agree. And while we are switching over, it looks like similar defense bans, but for the attack, they really don't want the Ying. Makes sense. Like Ying on the first floor really sucks, especially bar gaming. And I think it was the Monty blocking off them from, you know, getting that entry, getting things started. But yeah, it looks like no shields on the board. Honestly, I love to see it. I'm not a big fan of shields. And I just like Siege, where it's, you know, not just shield to shield, right?
Hang it in the loop. Everybody loves Siege.
Exactly.
I wasn't even laughing. I wasn't even laughing about that. I was laughing about the fact that since we're on 0 delay, we can interact with the chat. So we were talking about the conditions on why they lost that round, and he said, or laying that sends on the ground, because why not? Which, again, does make sense, because why did they throw that sends in the middle of nowhere outside? Those, we'll never know. Maybe I'll ask him after the game, but the fact is, it's still an even game, so it can go to anybody. Maybe throwing sends outside is the meta that we've just not learned yet, but for Glisten, their first attacking round is going to consist of a Thermite, which we haven't seen for OLB.
Yeah, no, lovely operator. You know, he's the wall opener, if I do say so myself. It looks like Igor is going to lane this bar area. They know that they're going to be pushing from the side. It looks like they're going to be really careful with this entry. They don't want to lose the pick. Understandably so. But
I mean,
peaks?
oh God.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no. Yeah, that's
You can't give those rounds.
Crucial. That's crucial. I mean, you do have Braze in 45, but with an SMG-11 at the range, it'll be harder to use. And as you can tell, he almost got flicked on. Luckily for Braze, he has good aim, so he can very, very quickly be able to fix it. But in the meantime, Nomi isn't given a second chance at life. A quick headshot takes his life off the board, meaning it's an Outlast Black-dominated body count. But Demented's running at a window how to do it to even it out, because we have to ask, what are we doing here? A 3-on level count, plenty of time here for an execute from Glisten, and the Miras are going to fall against the defense. It's used against Gugger. He'll fall. The ACOG is going to also contribute to the overall pressure being mounted, as you can tell. Nash wins his gunfight on Rio, putting it up at level. And as you can tell, the run-and gun playstyle only is suited for this uppermost floor. Otherwise, you are giving up so much positioning and so much real estate on Chalet.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And now that they don't... Oh, they still have the thermite up. They can potentially still go for wall here. It looks like it is open. They have to be careful with that, or else they might get their head taken off.
This is an interesting
Nash
play.
playing
Head holes
this.
on both sides. Usually feet
Yeah,
holes.
I mean... Yeah, but Nash is going to be holding that down. Breaking the mirror, just in case, you know. Just in case.
Yeah, just let him around. I mean, Gyro not being able
exactly.
to open up the breach. Goose with a one-tap from the range of Mez.
Nasty.
Executes Nash, but Braze has a flank because you guys didn't bring a Nomad, but apparently they know. Does Goose have the best headset in the game? No intel, no pings, and he pre-fires Braze. Glisten to break that deadlock. Gets on the drone, and Outlast Black can go back to the drawing board and address what's going on, because you guys need to switch it up here.
Wow. It looked like there were a lot of trades going on in the early game. It seemed pretty even up until like the last second. But Goose just had something to say about it. That was a nasty shot.
That was a nasty one-tap.
Mez.
Again, I forgot to send another replay. I keep forgetting to send down the replay. I keep forgetting I'm producer. You know, I'm just enjoying the siege.
No. Enjoy the siege. Enjoy the siege. They don't need to enjoy it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, they don't need the replays. We really need to see it. We have the replays.
What replays?
Yeah, what replays? I don't have that.
We'll be going back to bar. Lovely Mira is going to be set up. Oh, I like the pulse. I want to see Braze be, giving that intel, feeding that intel back into Outlast, and figure out where this push is coming from. It looks like Glisten is able to kind of like snake around the map, but I want to see if Braze can figure out where the main push is coming from. And it looks like pretty default for the Frost, pretty default for the Wamai. Gonna be holding down blue stairs. Yeah, and I want to see also Goose on the Aurora. I want to see some W Aurora plays.
I'm excited to see how Aurora is used.
That.
Oh no, this is gonna be bad.
Pulse is found already.
Yeah. He's not using the shotgun. I mean, what are the reason you have a fully automatic secondary? But I mean, I'm more excited to see the players that are parked out on the operators here. I mean, I've seen Gugger play with Waterloo more than I have on Outlast Black. He is disgusting on Mira, and that's undeniable. At BALLER, this man is unkillable on Mira. I hope that translates over to Outlast, because there is going to be a higher skill ceiling, because sometimes you're playing teams that don't get to practice as much, and yeah, that makes you stat pad, but hopefully you can convert that, because he hasn't been having the greatest of games here. But we know for Gugger and for the whole team of Outlast Black, and for anybody really, it can always switch like a light here. The only thing about this is we're in Swiss, which means you only have a map to get your head on straight and turn around the leaderboard.
Yeah, great point. BO1s, no one really loves BO1s, I would say, but it is how it goes. So you have to get this map.
Agreed.
All right, looks like our first interaction might be between Nash on this Ivy stairs. They need to open up this Ivy wall and figure out how to clear him out. But they don't have heart breaches, I don't think.
Yeah, they also don't have a slant.
Coming over? Raven might be coming over to open it. Oh, okay, we found one. The pulse is still alive, which he somehow made it out. I'm glad that he didn't die off very early, but they were in the map really quick.
Bans looking similarly, very, very similarly identical
Ooh.
to when Outlast was on the attack, but Outlast using that snowball effect. We talked about how good they are at doing that, winning their ones, then building off of that. Pulse hits his flank. He's going to de-engage, and now losing Raven, you lose one of your execute operators, and now your spearhead is now gone. Goose finally stopping that bleeding by taking care of Dementids here, but being able to find another body or just hit that gap as hard as you can is essential. That's exactly what they're going to do. Bodies drop like dominoes for Outlast Black, and they've thrown the lead yet again. Just 35 seconds left, and Nomi's getting his own bloodshed onto the site here. Gugger left by his lonesome in library while the rest of the attackers can find that gap and just hit site. C4 goes loose. Hits Goose, but blows up his Roar, meaning he can rotate and go for that flank, but he's going to utilize that time to go for the hatch drop. Good luck. Watching that 45 angle, he sees it, but manages to make it out alive here. Just 15 seconds left, meaning you're going to have to be able to isolate your ones, but Nomi, triple kill, is going to turn it around here for Glisten, and they're just going to build on their advantage.
Wow. Glisten looked like they were struggling with that Ivy take, but it looked like they just gave that up and started going another side. They figured out that, you know, maybe it's not worth it because they're struggling. They don't have that much util. I think Rora was trying to, you know, block off that hallway for his teammate, but there was no one on slant. Instead, they rotated over, which worked out in their favor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and now we're at 5-3.
That's what I was going to say about slant. I was really confused that nobody was holding, and then
right.
in the blink of an eye, they lost 2 bodies, and then they're up 3 bodies. It just makes no sense to me.
Exactly.
I was hoping Gaga got a clutch there. I was like,
I know.
Praying.
Gaga he had the thing set up for him, but you know,
the
he
hatch
was upstairs.
Drop. Yeah,
the hatch drop was beautiful. I was like, yo, like
I'm ready for it.
This is his time to shine.
I was so ready for it.
He does get shut out.
Yeah. I mean, he found a kill.
Yeah, no, that's
good in itself, but I mean, there's more being required from these players, both individually and as a collective, because we're seeing them win their gunfights, and now it's literally the opposite of the problem they had on the attacking. Now they're having a problem when it comes to executing. When they were on the attack, they were struggling with winning their ones, but their executes were beautiful. Evidently, they had that flawless on Bar, and the other one on Kitchen where they just won their ones and compiled everybody onto Trophy and just executed from there. Now they can't win now they can win their ones, but keeping the utility on the board and being able to keep your bodies on the board is starting to become the problem for Outlast.
Yeah, and I want to say the Pulse to figure out where they're coming from, and I think that's what they really need. To figure out where Glisten wants to end up and finish. And it looks like Goose wants to try something fast here. Up that trophy hatch. Is everyone in position though?
I just realized he's on a mark.
Asking up. Yeah, I'm excited to see something fast. It looks like we're setting up.
Oh no.
But we lose.
What's up with the Sens on first pick, eh? I mean, the line scan, the frag onto Trophy allows nobody to flank Solar, allowing Goose to go wide in his sight, but you know, the MP7 puts you in the grave faster than you went up that hatch, so that's a rush completely taken care of. The case is now loose as well, meaning Rio is going to have to fight tooth and nail to get up West Main, fight for that real estate, and hopefully get a body in the way, but you're going to have to keep your guys' bodies because they are all sacred right now, especially with this man count. Dementid is going to punish Raven for not moving out. He gave you that second chance at life. You decided to ignore it here, and Dementid's now just fighting out, looking for his second kill here, Lion, unaware that he can be seen. And this looks to be an Outlast-dominated round.
Yeah, I want to see maybe Glisten be able to flip it around once again, but it looked like Outlast was able to shut them down.
I'm kind of happy.
Right,
Yeah,
and it was a little tag time, a little Glisten special.
I kind of like this.
Yeah, maybe able to stat pad. Chance.
Hopefully. You see him shaking? He's ready. He's ready. He's shaking at the aura of Gugger on Mira, I'm telling you right now.
Oh,
but, I mean, I like Glisten and their pseudo timeouts. It's the second time we've seen it so far. I mean, he's either just KD baiting or he is talking with his team about what's going on. If I'm not mistaken, these guys do have a coach. I think his name he's either the manager or the coach. I think his name's Hyper. If you have him in your ear, you can call the timeout, talk to him. I don't think you can talk to him in game. I don't know how strict we are here in Tier 4, but being able to talk to your teammates, talk about what you need to do next round to be able to maintain your lead or try to establish a 2-round lead yet again is the most important thing, because Glisten are only 1 round away from going to that match point. It's essential. that they are able to either maintain their lead or push for that match point and end the game. Because if you allow Outlast to warm up and get heated, you guys aren't coming back, and you're going to see the players that are struggling now soar.
Exactly. And I think Glisten, like, I didn't mind something fast there, but the Maru didn't have enough help. The Finka was on trophy window, but he was a little bit too late. He was just running around with his shotgun, the Maru, and gets nobody.
Mm-hmm.
The push does get shut down quick.
I mean, I have like a headache. I'm so confused on like the round dynamics, because the team that loses the first body ends up winning the round. Not that
exactly.
time, though. That Amaru rushing in was very interesting. The Sense falling first made it even more interesting. But, I mean, I'm kind of happy to see each team challenge each other and hope that they're pushing for a better execute, because you guys have now given away your 2-round buffer. You need to be able to play clean siege, no Amaru, no funny business, and just win your round.
No funny business indeed, but a Blackbeard business perhaps. We would want to see where he is going to be entering from. Hopefully he'll lead the charge, and, you know, it's another shield on the other side. Gugger on the clash. He will figure out where the push is coming from and potentially stop them. Feed info into his team, and hopefully stop the push again from Glisten. I think they just need, for Outlast, they just need to figure out where this push is ending. Or coming from and ending, right? And hopefully Gugger will be able to do that with his shield, walking around, being a little menace on the Chalet map.
I hope, is that I don't know if this is sarcasm, but it says, Hyper is not the coach, guys. It is I, Zayogi says.
Yeah. It is I.
It is I. All right. We're going to Hogwarts next, but 30 seconds in, I mean, I'm interested to see how they play the site, because Ikor has been disgusting on either the flanks or his ones. But it's essential that they continue to preserve their bodies, because we saw what happened on Outlast's first defense. They lost that first body, and they fell one by one. And Goose being the first one to enter might become a little bit more of a problem here.
Yeah, that, let's see, Wub catches him out. They know where he's coming from. He's already loud, but oh, Raven falls.
Damn, Ikor from downtown. Goose is no longer. Raven gone. Soft Breacher. Everyone's dead. That whole address push from Blue has been completely dissected. And with Demented's fighting top Mez here, anybody who swings him from that double upstairs, Library's double, is going to have to fight him. Gyro rises to that occasion, shuts him out here. Finally a refrag, but after 2 of your most essential operators for the clear of Blue have been taken care of, and Ikor is still on that flank.
Yeah, exactly. And look, they still have that upstairs. You know, they're figuring it out, walking up this Mez stairs, and it looks like they're able to get breach, perhaps. Hopefully we'll get the breach open, and now facing up to that clash. Oh,
I mean, the DMRs have been an absolute superpower so far. You never want to get on the other receiving side of that, and we've been seeing it consistently, whether it's Nash, Demented, Ikor, or anybody on Glisten using it. We've seen it become a problem. As of now, though, I mean, it's slowed down a little bit just because Nash goes down after getting his kill, so some easy refrag action kind of makes it realistic for Glisten to be able to come back from this. But still, Ikor is just drawing them in for their time. He has just been chilling in and around the map. He even picked up a kill for himself. And with the clock just running down here, the attackers are going to have to either fully contribute to taking care of him or deciding to go for sight here. But with Gugger on that piano area, you guys are going to have to struggle, because it is not feasible for you guys to be able to close him out. Gyro finds the refrag of his teammate, but a 1v2, it's a lot harder than you think. He does have the case in hand, but he doesn't have the HP to be able to give up any easy gunfights here, so you're going to have to be able to hit easy, clean headshots before these attackers get closer and closer, because if they know how to play it, they're not going to waste any time allowing you to isolate each and every one. With just 3 seconds left, Ikor up and close, easy kill, easy denial, and Outlast put themselves right back into this game.
Yeah, and through his own reach. I was surprised for the Ashe to walk into half wall there, rather the ace. Who has the plans, right? I know that Ashe was trying to make something work against that clash, but there's 3 people watching you, right? From Jazz from bathroom, and obviously the Clash just staring at you, right? And I don't know, they could have tried to go for the plant there, but there was C4, there was denial. It was a struggle for sure. But now it's 5-5. Glisten has lost their round advantage. How do you feel about that, Sino?
You know what? I'm very interested in Gugger's miscellaneous picks. Clash, Mira is like accurate. Clash makes sense because you haven't been able to you know, translate your ability into results. Thunderbird? I feel like
Arguably the worst operator in the game.
I understand it. You know, I understand it. The health was nice.
I think he's trying to replace that Mira, you know, be able to play stock
with
but,
Thunderbird.
You know, have that little support. Yeah, get that little support.
Wait, he might have the tech here. I mean, there's no Jaeger or there's no Wamai, which means if a Capitao bolt flames in, he'd be able to take the Konas and regenerate. But the only thing about that is there's not a Capitao on the board.
Yes, it's just the Grim to be spotting the player. Brace on the pulse again. I want to see him do some work with that scanner, with that heartbeat scanner, figure out where they're coming from.
I want to see, I want to talk to Braze and just see why he uses the UMP over the shotgun. Because arguably you have a fully automatic secondary, and on a map like Chalet, if you catch a team like Glisten off guard on the verticality, it's just easy floor bangs with a shotgun.
They're making their way into piano, but they have to figure out the shield area. Nate goes out. That's a shield.
I don't know why there's no Wamai or Jaeger on the board. I mean, for upstairs, it's kind of mandatory to be bringing because anybody on Ivy, anybody on Mez is going to have to deal with this type of pressure here. I mean, that one shield on Mez is going to survive, and Demented is able to hide out behind and shut out the player from slant, and Nash is going to stay on blue stairs, meaning he's going to support this overall hold here. The second frag, that's 2 frags and 2 shields destroyed in a matter of 30 seconds, which, yes, overall contributes to the pressure to upstairs, but losing Goose and losing that ability of the Aurora just starts to become a problem here when it comes to executing in the later stages of the round.
Yeah, and all that Utah coming out, and they're getting so much out of their nades. Getting all the shields, and we're trying to get the guy in dark. There is a lot of angles for Rio to figure out right now, but it's unable to get the guy in dark. They're just playing cat and mouse right now. They're just playing cat and mouse, shooting at each other.
I mean, Core doesn't play that game, though. He'll take care of Zyro, but a revenge kill takes care of Nash, putting him in a 3v4. Make that a 2v4. Gaga responds. Nomi finding Core in the meantime. That means downstairs is completely open. 2 of your key operators are upstairs. Now, Demented could be looking for this Kona station, but with Gridlock coming out to assist his teammate, it's going to become a problem here. Brace is being yellow pinged out from bottom main as well, meaning the attackers know exactly where everybody is. Demented's being regenerated by those Konas. Is going to be able to reset back to site because those new abilities is able for your health to be regenerated. And Gugger getting shot on the back kill. I don't really know where he was going, but Gridlock able to shut him out on that vertical aspect. And with just 20 seconds left, it's just going to be Glisten looking for that open gap. You usually want to go for that default plant here, Janet, but with this time running down, you guys are just going to have to send it regardless if someone's in connector. Rio sends it. Nomi puts his boots on the ground. They hear the man on the flank. They'll cancel the plant. Rio, you need to get into the other side of the site here, but it looks like that's exactly what you're going to do while the Gridlock's going to wait. That's a beautiful round from Glisten. What a way to play that out.
That was super smart to change where you're planning. Like, they knew that the last guy was going to be upstairs. And through the hatch you can see, right? And I think the Pulse was just waiting for the clock to tick down so he can finally peek. He does get, you know, taken out before anything could happen. But, wow. Beautifully played by Glisten.
Wow, that was... I love to see the change in plays because I'm not too familiar with this Glisten roster. We were going into this really not too aware. I mean, I know we checked their head-to-head history, but still... Now I'm seeing why both of these teams are fighting for the first and second place here. And the round differential is going to be very minimal because we're gonna either go to max regulation or max overtime. which means it's going to be very achievable for both teams to stay very higher up on the standings, and I love to see that. If we go to OT, both teams are walking out with something. They either will get an OT win or an OT loss,
Exactly.
which is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, and that will go into the brackets, right? Their seeding. Important stuff, important stuff. You don't want to be playing like the best team during the bracket side of things. And, you know, I like how each round is going either or each side. I want to see, you know, an overtime, but will Outlast be able to get this run? Who knows? All right, now we have a thermite.
Oh, Demented!
Demented!
He's very
gets the
aggressive,
first
but I
entry
mean,
kill.
Rio was aggressive as well. You didn't check the corners, you didn't check the room as well. You got caught on the back heel, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. First blood in the favor of Outlast Black here. They have the live pings on the man sitting on blue, and as Siege timing hits Goose, he's going to look away at the last second, but Raven is going to come to his save, as now it'll be Demented to get refragged out very, very, very soon after he gets his first opening kill. And a 4-on-4 means we're going to see a very balanced man count here while either team try to keep offices and take that site for themselves or take that real estate for themselves.
Right, but do they have those Vol cams up? Losing that IQ early,
Oh, the
they
Dokak.
can't figure out where those cams are.
Wow, yeah. And the logic bomb means all of the cams are now only going to be used by the attackers. The Val cameras, the BPs, they are all glistens until people reset their phones here. But even if they do reset their phones, you're going to have to be able to keep your head on a swivel because of the amount of ones that can be completely isolated here. With the amount of utility that we see Glisten use, their drones, they rely on the ability to play as a team to get their bodies on the board. Meanwhile, Outlast, they kind of switch it up during the rounds and they try to play a more of an adaptive playstyle. One traditional Siege, one adaptive. It's bound to clash with each other. And seeing a core fight for his life in this K9 corner, he's going to have to rely on Nash, Gugger, and Braze from below to be able to try to help out and keep this man count leveled here. As that F-Not disengages anybody who's trying to push up on K9. Braze takes some damage, and now it's still a leveled count. C4 on your front doorstep.
Oh, doesn't catch it in the air. Gives us some damage.
Zyro looking to get very aggressive here, catches Igor off guard here. Headsets have been a very interesting topic of today, but he's given that full control of offices, easily down tier, has a second chance at life. Nash loses his one, meaning Gyro's very easily able to be picked up right now because there's no one in the vicinity to be able to try to get him up or try to finish him. There's two C4s left, meaning any of them that go loose can try to find a finish, but both C4s utilized to finish one dying man. That's a lot of utility lost here for Outlast Black, but a floor bang from Braze and Gugger onto bottom West Main. We're going to overtime, Janet.
Let's go. Oh my goodness. Shut down. It's overtime, I believe. Yeah, Outlast will be on defense. Switching things around. Same as from before. Which site will they go, though?
I am interested to see because I don't think we've seen them stick to the
a
same strat
consistent
longer than
site,
5 minutes.
right?
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
and even if they go to the
exactly.
same site, it's been switching up. Even if it's the same site, it's been going from we're gonna play very aggressive to we're gonna put Gugs on Thunderbird and he's gonna sit in a corner and wait until the last second. It's been very different, which I appreciate to see.
Right.
But
It's fun
wow.
siege. It's fun siege for sure, and it is adaptive siege, and I like that from Outlast. But Glisten are going to figure out how to attack the side. They're going to be going to kitchen.
Oh god, Capcan. I think this is the second time we've seen him this whole matchup.
I feel like this this map has been playing a lot of operators. I want to see like all the operators play because we got Amaru, we got Thunderbird, we got now Capcan.
What's left? Scopos?
Yeah.
Pick because Maestro has been brought. Yeah, no, I think we're
no,
playing
Maestro,
operator
like-
bingo. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Can you guys get all your bingo cards? We are going to be seeing a lot of operators, and I like that. I like that a lot.
I agree.
Less shields, guys. Less shields.
I mean, they have to adapt to the meta, man. But
exactly.
For those of you who don't know, I mean, we kind of just left it up for the pre-show. We didn't really mention it yet. Yes, we're in overtime here. Yes, this game is bound to end in 3 rounds max, but there's still another matchup to be played. The adorable logo itself, Banana Bread Girls versus Misfits, the console kids. I'm excited to see it.
Oh my god,
That's what they are.
killing me. That's
what
so
they are.
cute. I'm very excited for that matchup. They're both very adorable. I find that very adoring. But
Oh, what a
we
shot
are
by
in
Raven.
This Glisten game. Oof. On to Nash.
Yeah,
Nash goes
that
down,
was
and he's
beautiful.
13-9 here.
Yeah, that's essential to the overall integrity of Outlast Black. I mean, when you even factor out his kills as well, I mean, he's just an essential operator. He can redirect those F-Knots when he realizes the pressure's being switched up, and now they're going to have to deal without their hard breacher, or not their hard breacher. They're going to have to deal without their top fragger and the man who can assist with keeping offices held down here. But I mean, the good grace is his abilities are going to continue to be utilized even after his passing. An easy refrag. Gyro's taken out, and say goodbye to your Thermite, meaning both the main wall and the office wall are going to stay closed. Outlast Black can sit in corners, play the 3-2-1s, and force focal points. But he actually did open the breach before he went down, and I did not know that.
It's okay. Well, he did his job, at least on the main vessel wall. But how will they be able to figure this out? It looks like the IQ has a plant now. We should keep an eye on her. Figure out how to end up here. This guy, this Dementis guy.
Oh, that's
is
each
sitting here
timing.
on K9. No! Looks the wrong way.
Oh, man. That might have just been the deciding factor of the round. But, I mean, they still have 2 players upstairs to try to hold them at bay. You have Gugger with a good amount of bullets to utilize here. 80 in total, 60 when, you know, you're Gugger and you're not reloading. But you hear that LMG ripping, you don't want to be on the receiving end because it's an easy pre-fire. Because he's dealing the damage, but eventually he's going to be the one that takes damage. Gugger goes down, he of course finished off here. In a 4v1 as Braze is left in a 1v4. Verticality, West Main, it's all fallen for Outlast Black, and Glisten advanced onto the match point.
Yeah, it'll be Glisten on match point. It looks kind of rough. We
Kind
are to be switching sides.
And pause. Are you serious?
And
They're milking it.
pause?
They're milking it.
You think they're milking it? You think so? Timeout pause or pause?
Timeout slash pause. Oh, and then they just called
Timeout
timeout.
pause.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What are we going to be talking about Outlast?
This is what we're going to be talking about. This was the deciding factor of the game. How? I mean, you can't even say anything. That ability to catch somebody on their back heel when they look away at the last second, it's so bad. It's so bad for Outlast Black because we've been seeing that happen so often, but it's been going against them more often. So
Right.
I really hope they can get rid of that timing, and I hope the bottom of the board for Outlast Black can continue to support by playing the right operators and keeping their bodies on the board here, because relying on 2 players to go 27 in 18 combined starts to become a problem here. But the fact is they are on overtime and they are able to take us that full mile anyways, which means we might have all but 15 rounds.
Yeah, and 15 I do want to see. But
Are you
it
serious?
looks like we have to.
Oh, they're milking it. Oh, they're depriving
okay, so we're
us.
getting a double pause.
I got
A
to whip
double
up the
timeout.
replay. So what do you think?
Okay, so what do you think? Well, I think watching that replay, I think Rio was kind of surprised as well for a second. He was like, "Oh, I got that kill," and he's like, he knows that was a round-winning kill.
Mhm.
And I don't know who has problems. Don't.
Sorry. Yeah. We're going to come back to us.
Hi.
There we go. I was really wondering. I was like, did we just die? I was very confused for a second. But
Well, we are in our cans for now because we do have a tech pause after a timeout pause by Outlast. And you know, it's looking dire for Outlast.
It really is.
They will have to get that round to go into overtime match point to figure out if this BO1 will go their side.
I mean, there's just so many factors to take into account, whether it's the ones, the utility. But I mean, I love what we've seen here today. We have been getting 30-minute games in our previous matchups, and I think it's the Janet luck. I mean, our first cast together, we go straight to the 7-7 OT. It's beautiful. I love it. And I love seeing both teams challenge each other because I feel like the Swiss seeding couldn't have been more accurate on its timing because this is round 4. This goes max to the round 6 where we see 2 more play weeks until we see the final 8 seeded. And both of these teams are getting into the playoffs unless they lose every single match, and everybody from the lower half of the table wins their games. So, again, it's challenging for either team, and they're learning from each other right now. They're learning what works, what doesn't, what maps they might not want to go to, maybe some that are relative in size to Chalet, because I highly, highly anticipate that both of these teams will be meeting each other in the playoffs in the future.
I do hope to see them play again, especially in a BO3. This Chalet game is so close that I just want a BO3 to see who is truly better. And we will have to see who wins out Chalet. Unfortunately, it will not be a BO3 today. It's just this map, and we will be sending off into another Swiss game after this.
You know,
which I'm very excited about.
Man, me as well.
Yes.
But because we have a goated observer in our deck today on the board, we're getting word from Lucy telling us we're in the game. Let's take a look, because we are in the game.
Yay!
Oh, this is going
back.
to be the final decider. I mean, Outlast Black have
Yes.
one decision to tell us if they are willing to go that full max overtime, the full length, to try to push themselves into getting the points that they want. They're going to get 1 anyways, but why 1 when you can get more than 1? You know what I mean?
I agree. Does Atlas really want it that bad? We will have to see. It will
I'm
all
excited.
depend on this round.
I'm excited to see what they have in store for us because it is essential that they push us to that max OT because both teams are being challenged. I mean, you can't rely on one team to be able to just, you know, lie down and say, yeah, we're down on OT, so we're going to just allow ourselves to lose, which I highly doubt any teams are doing that. And if you are, you might need to reevaluate your mental towards this game. But more current events. The site is going to be the mid floor onto bar here. Gugger taking the first hits of damage. Not enough to put him in a critical position here, but as he looks to address the verticality, he's going to have to be careful when he swings because this is one of the most exposed rappel angles in the game.
I just want to point out, Nash is still in spawn.
He's
Not on a
warming up
cam
his Cinnabon.
or anything like that.
Just warming up his Cinnabons.
Yeah, no, maybe so. But it is 7-6. Nash, we have to wake up. Nobody drops. There's a lot of Yuto going out. My ears are ringing right now. And he will have to watch the double jump in.
That's why I kind of like seeing that striker because, you know, you see 2 frags, 2 stuns, and you can just stack that. And with that as well, we saw 3 frags because Braze used one as well, meaning all of that vertical is yours after you clear out that man on Mez. There's no Azami, there's no castle, so you guys can abuse slant as much as you want to. But, I mean, hopefully, you know, Nash puts himself in the game because you're going to need him to be able to execute.
Yeah, and Nash, I can't even tell if he's moving yet, or, like, if he has moved. But we're not calling to timeout, so it looks like they will be playing with Nash. You know, there's not much happening right here. I think Goose looks like he wants to move around. It's getting a little frantic.
I mean, it looks like
Things are
LF
going
Black
out.
are just going to go for the execute without him, and it's going to work out in their favor. If we do factor out Nash as a non-player of this round, it is a 4-4, and taking care of that clash is essential. Now, you've taken care of Rio as well. Say goodbye to that person who's going to help deny any form of a plant, and with that slant pressure as well, it's starting to all factor into Outlast's favor here. Dementeds goes down, is finished off as well. And as they continue to keep their foot on the gas, Raven is going to be taken care of, and it's starting to all go in the favor of Outlast Black here. Just half a minute left, and Nash is still in spawn. Come on, man. Your team needs you. As this clock is going to run down, whether you have Nash or not, you're forced to put your foot on the gas and get into sight here. This clock continues to go down. Zyro's going to avoid those bees. And it's just going to be Nomi full health in split and has the ability to watch that bottom main. And anybody who walks down blue stairs or drops the hatch. Yakor goes down. Gugger next, meaning we're in a 1v2. Make it a 1v1 as Zyro's taken out. It's just Nomi left by his lonesome in split. 15 kills. Can he find his 16th? Braze with his gun down is going to continue to have a game of ring around the Rosie and Glisten take it.
Huh?
Tooth and
happened?
nail, and you can only have one winner because when you play a game of Ring Around the Rosie, it's only going to be one person. And Nash was still grabbing his burrito out the microwave while his team just got picked off one by one.
Oh my goodness. To be honest, I think they would have won that round if Nash was in the game.
4v2!
It came down to that 1v1, and we did see some whiffs. He could have killed that Frost there, but it doesn't happen in this timeline, unfortunately so. And Glisten wins it. Glisten wins that. I don't know what happened to Nash. I hope it was something maybe technical.
Oh god, I hope for his sake it was something technical. Because
yeah,
that,
we did go into a break right before that, so he should have figured it out before we, started again. But I guess not. He did not.
That is very sad. I was very excited.
Yes.
But
yeah,
what can you say? It is what it is. We are so behind schedule. For those of you just joining us, 8-6 in the favor of Glisten for them to mount the top of the bracket. Actually, no. They're going to be second because Pack Runners have a clean, flawless record. So second and Outlast Black will drop on a loss, meaning we have a next game to cast. It will be Banana Bread Girls versus Misfits. Make sure to leave a follow if you guys have been enjoying it. Supports us. We've had a blast. We'll be back soon, and stay tuned.